Hi there, I'm Jason Wright. Welcome to the Vitruvian Lab. This is my personal training and development site, and I'm so glad that you are here. So, why Vitruvian Lab? Well, I came up with this name because I had just recently read Walter Isaacson's biography on Leonardo da Vinci, and it's where I first learned the history of Vitruvian Man. And it was at that time that I learned that da Vinci was actually trying to draw the perfectly proportioned man, which that served as a muse for me to think, well, what would the actual perfectly designed, perfectly proportioned human look like? What would a human who was perfectly proportioned mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, a true holistically balanced human, what does that look like? Well, knowing full well that I would never attain perfection, it still gave me the desire to at least start to try. What could I do to be a better thinker? What could I do to live longer and slow the aging process? What could I do to create a person inside me that would leave a greater legacy for my children and my wife and generations to come? And so, even though for probably, since I was like 17 or 18, I've been obsessed with self-improvement, it's just this point in life, when I hit 40, I was like, okay, I've been a successful entrepreneur. I've trained so many different salespeople and agents to make money and do these other things. I've built businesses. I've sold businesses. But really what I love more than anything is developing people. It's not enough for me to just be a self-improver, although I do thoroughly enjoy that. And here's why. The greatest thing that comes from being the absolute best version of myself is for the fruit of that to spill over into my fellow man. I hope by all means that either you listen to my podcast or you read one of my books or you come and you see one of my videos and you go, you know what? I don't know what that guy has, but he makes me want to be a little better. And I don't say that arrogantly. I just say that, hey, I'm selfish. I am obsessed with being a better me. And I hope that that inspires you to be a better you. And I would love for us to work together. And you can do that by coming into the Vitruvian ecosystem, by starting with one of the courses. Maybe you want to develop better habits. Maybe you want to break some of the bad habits. Well, the Vitruvian Habits course is for you. This is a fantastic course to figure out how you can tap into your neurological chemicals to reinforce good habits. I will teach you the things that you need to do on a daily basis to get that dopamine hit that's going to make your brain think, if I do this thing, then good things will come. I'll also teach you how not to do things that are going to cause resistance. You see, our brain is a prediction machine, and when you understand how your neuroscience works, then you will start to be able to adjust it and pull the levers that are going to allow you to not only start good habits and form good habits, but break bad ones and maintain habits. What about your health? We've just come through a really weird time, and it's not over yet. So I decided what I was going to do, even though I've always been a pretty healthy guy and really focused on my health, I wanted to go deeper. And that's when I started studying immune-centric health. I met a guy named Joel Green, who's the author of the Immunity Code. I had him on my podcast. And then I became just fixated on this idea of structuring my gut health in such a way that my immune system was more robust and healthier. And from what I have learned and what I've gleaned, I'm actually working on an immune-centric health certification so you can learn these processes of strengthening your gut. And here's the cool thing. What if I could teach you how to make your gut biome such that you could actually reduce your body fat? What if I could show you that not all calories are equal? And here's what I mean by that. If you have a healthy gut biome versus someone who does not, then there is a good chance that the two of you can eat the exact same thing, but because you have your Akkermansia and your bifidobacterium properly fed and nourished, that you will actually not store the fat that the other person will from the calories because your body's completely configured differently. I can show you that in the immune-centric health portion. What about mindfulness? Have you ever meditated? Do you meditate? Do you have a breathing practice? This has been one of the greatest things and biggest game changers that I have added to my daily protocol. It has made me calmer. It has made me a better communicator. It has made me a more disciplined thinker. I show you in this course of mindfulness how to at least start to adopt some practices. Very simple. I'm not going to go into it and try to have you sitting cross-legged and meditating for an hour at a time. I haven't done that. Don't think I'm capable of that. But I can at least show you the value in some of the very simple, practical applications of just daily mindfulness and how you can get yourself into a high-performance peak state before you ever even get out the door of your house. I hope you will check these programs out or these classes I'll put together out. I have spent literally 3 decades looking into this work and learning the scientific research behind it. And I really think that my delivery method is one that is very much, look, I'm an East Texan. It's not going to be too complicated. I'm not going to use too many big words. I try to make it to where everybody can get something from this teaching and this training. And also, if you download the Jason Wright app, which is actually the Vitruvian Lab app, then you will be able to see the whole course catalog and have it there in your pocket with you. All these courses that I'm creating, you can actually have on your PDA with you. So if you're traveling, the videos will be downloadable. The audio versions will be downloadable. So you can actually carry me around in your pocket. That sounds really weird, but hey, I'm with you. If you want to go, just make sure, please, that there's not too much lint in there. All right, that could be kind of crazy. But I will go with you in your pocket. Where you go, I will go, and I'm willing to train you. I'm also going to have tracking so that if you miss a day, if you fall behind, I'm going to give you a little, ew. Why aren't you? What happened? Where'd you go? Because like Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's long-term partner, said, it's okay if you have a bad day. You just have to recover quickly. And that's what I'm going to teach you. And I'm going to track and I'm going to hold you accountable. Now, if you're interested in working with me personally, we can do that. You just need to go through a short application process where you and I will actually visit, and I will do some one-on-one coaching with you. I'm actually putting together a program that is more intensive, and it's more of a hybrid. It's some of the online training with some personal coaching from me as well. But to do that, you do have to go through an application process, because here's what I want. I want to make sure that this is right for you as well as me. I don't want to get into a relationship that is not going to end well. My goal is for everyone that I work with, for us to have a chemistry such that it is an ongoing partnership for as long as you want it to be. So look for that application. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really hope that you will continue to improve always and always. And if I can be a part of that journey, I would consider it an absolute honor and blessing. Thanks.